Hold on tight, sports fans. We're diving headfirst into the biggest stories shaking up the world of soccer. First up, the future of Spanish football is looking bright, but with a strategic twist. Luis de la Fuente, the manager of Spain, is hinting at a unique plan for Barcelona sensation Lamine Yamal at the 2026 World Cup. After battling back from injury, will Yamal be a starter or a game-changing impact substitute? De la Fuente's got a plan, and it involves carefully managing this young star's minutes to maximize his impact in the knockout rounds. Don't miss the details on how Spain is preparing to unleash Yamal's potential.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
But the Spanish squad isn't just celebrating potential. They're facing a significant setback. Real Madrid and Spain defender Dani Carvajal has suffered a foot injury just 6 weeks before the World Cup. A bone fissure has sidelined the veteran, and the question is, will he be fit in time to represent La Roja in North America? And could this be his last game for Real Madrid, with his contract expiring and a changing lineup featuring Trent Alexander-Arnold? The stakes are high, and the future of Carvajal's career hangs in the balance. Switching continents, the USA women's national team faced a tough defeat today in World Cup qualification. Falling to Spain 17-15 in a nail-biting shootout, the USWNT will need to regroup and fight for their spot in the tournament. The competition is fierce, and every match matters as these teams battle for a place on the world stage. This loss highlights the challenges ahead for the American squad as they prepare for the ultimate test. And back to Spain, the injury woes continue for Real Madrid and their star defender, Dani Carvajal. The bone fissure in his foot casts a shadow over his World Cup hopes and potentially marks the end of an era at the club. With his contract expiring and a new era dawning at Real Madrid, will Carvajal get one last chance to shine? That's all the time we have for today, but stay locked in for more breaking sports news. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Spain manager Luis de la Fuente is tempering expectations for Lamine Yamal's role at the 2026 World Cup, suggesting the Barcelona star may initially feature as an impact substitute as he recovers from a recent injury. While expected to be fit for the tournament, Spain's coaching staff is prioritizing a cautious return to action for the 18-year-old, wary of overburdening him during the competition's early stages. De la Fuente highlighted the potential value of even limited appearances from a player of Yamal's caliber, drawing parallels to Dani Olmo's decisive contributions while playing through injury at a previous European championship. He emphasized that 20-minute cameos can be differential, particularly when navigating varying game scenarios. The strategy reflects a long-term approach, aiming to have Yamal reach peak fitness for the knockout rounds. Team Dr. Oscar Salada echoed this sentiment, stressing the difference between simply recovering from injury and achieving maximum performance under the intense, rapid-fire schedule of a World Cup. Salada emphasized the constant communication with Barcelona to monitor Yamal's progress daily, ensuring informed decisions are made regarding his playing time and minimizing the risk of re-injury. Spain's focus remains on fielding their strongest possible team when the stakes are highest, even if it means a phased return for their prized young talent. Real Madrid and Spain defender Dani Carvajal is facing a potential World Cup setback after suffering a bone fissure in his right foot. The injury comes just 6 weeks before the tournament kicks off, casting doubt on his participation. While Real Madrid hasn't specified a recovery timeline, Carvajal's recent injury history has already impacted his standing with the national team, with Pedro Porro and Marcos Llorente stepping into the right-back role. A call-up from coach Luis de la Fuente is no longer guaranteed. This injury also raises questions about Carvajal's future with Real Madrid. His contract expires in June, and with only 5 games remaining this season, this could be his last appearance for the club, where he's won 6 Champions League titles. The arrival of Trent Alexander-Arnold has already diminished his role in Madrid's starting lineup. Spain begins its World Cup campaign against Cape Verde on June 15th in Atlanta. The USA women's senior national water polo team suffered a narrow defeat against Spain today in World Cup qualification action. The intense match concluded with a dramatic 17-15 victory for Spain in a shootout. Key moments of the game included scoring plays at 9:01 a.m., 8:55 a.m., 7:17 a.m., 7:15 a.m., and 7:10 a.m. The result marks a setback for the American team in their qualification campaign. Further updates on the tournament will follow. Real Madrid and Spain defender Dani Carvajal has suffered a foot injury just 6 weeks before the World Cup, the club announced Saturday. Tests revealed a bone fissure in his right foot, though the length of his expected recovery remains undisclosed. The injury casts doubt on the 34-year-old's participation in the tournament, where Spain begins its campaign against Cape Verde on June 15th in Atlanta. Carvajal has struggled with injuries in recent seasons, losing his starting position to players like Pedro Porro and Marcos Llorente, and now faces an uncertain future with the national team under Luis de la Fuente. Adding to the concern, Carvajal's contract with Real Madrid expires in June, and with only 5 games remaining this season, this injury could mark the end of his illustrious career with the club, where he secured 6 Champions League titles. The arrival of Trent Alexander-Arnold this season further diminished Carvajal's role in Madrid's starting 11.